Carroll Broadcasting presents high school basketball.
Good afternoon, everybody, and a welcome down here to Dowling Catholic. Jeff Blankman, Doug Wanniger with you here. You're listening to the Mackey Motors Tailgate, brought to you by Mackey Motors of Lake City, recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive it. Mackey Motors in Lake City. Check them out again online at MackeyMotors.com. We are set for the championship game of the Catholic Classic. The Kemper Knights taking on at Dowling Catholic down here at Dowling. It was just Cedar Rapids Xavier edging past Bishop Heelan 54-51 just a little bit ago. Kemper coming into this one, of course, 7-0 on the year. They are 2-0 in the Hawkeye 10 Conference, picking up a win last night, beating Bishop Heelan in the semifinals of this Catholic Classic, winning it 73-46. Dowling Catholic coming in 5-2 overall. They're 3-2 in the CIML. They've been ranked as high as number 3 in Class 4A under head coach Justin Einerson. They beat Xavier last night 68-34. And joining me now is my broadcast partner, Doug Wanniger, as we come to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. And Doug, last night, Kemper came out right away and took it to Heelan and kind of separated themselves early. You stuck around and watched some of that second semifinal round game last night. It was a tight one at halftime. Dowling came out in the third quarter and separated themselves in that game against Xavier last night.
Yeah, we didn't really get to see Dowling last night, or at least I didn't, because we left at halftime, and we're thinking, hey, we can play with these guys and still believe that we can be in this ball game. But they said they really turned up the defensive pressure in that second half. So it will be interesting to see how the Knights respond to that. I think we've got some really good guard play and some good ball handlers. We should be up to the challenge. But, we're going to see a 4A team that's going to be playing pretty well.
Unique experience down here, though. So first year of the Catholic Classic, this is really kind of cool. It sounds like it's something they're going to continue to do for a while. So kind of excited to see this trend continue, and I think this is going to be fun to take part in being able to come down and broadcast over the years.
Well, for the Knights, it's just a great experience because, we're 6-0, 7-0 now, and we kind of said we really haven't been tested, so we were looking for the competition factor, but it's more than just playing a really good team. It's playing in this atmosphere with the excitement, lots of fans there today, and like I said, against a really good team that's going to put pressure on them. It's going to help them learn a lot about what they need to do as they prepare for the tournament trail down the road.
And the amazing thing, too, is, and I know it's something you wanted to talk about, is just a difference in size. I mean, this is going to be a challenge for Kemper. I think they've got a chance to win this one. I'm not saying that at all, but you were talking student enrollment. Really kind of tells you the story a little bit about what Kemper is going to be facing here today.
Yeah, I was surprised that the gap's even as big as it is. You got Dowling Catholic that was listed at about 1,400, just under 1,400 last year, and Kemper Catholic right at 300. So you're looking at a lot more students to pick from, and that's why they break them into classes. You got A, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, whatever it might be, and that's why they break them up for the tournaments. But Kemper's not been able to play teams that are at this caliber and to find out what they need to do and just kind of how good they are, maybe what their weaknesses are. If anything, that's probably what you're looking for more today is what weaknesses do we have? What do we not do well? Because this team's going to expose a little bit. They got the big guy inside, Charlie Crane, 6'9". Those layups that we get because of our ball movement, likely not going to get as many of those today because he's going to swat some of those away.
He will swat some, but I have a feeling Kemper is going to continue to attack. I think this is a group that is going to be aggressive, and I think they've attacked big guys before. So we've talked about it before. Maybe not always getting all the way to the rim today. Maybe stop and pull up for that little 6-foot jumper or pull that guy out a little bit, and then you kick to a guy cutting in on the baseline. So I think Kemper's going to find a way to attack that big guy down in the post.
Yeah, they'll attack it. I think instead of doing layups, there's going to be a lot more kickouts for three. You're going to see that kick out to the corner, over to the wing, and back to the top. And that's one thing that, we've talked about Carson Candy, who, by the way, set the all-time assist record at Kemper last night. We talked about him needing to shoot a little bit more. He hasn't had to. Well, today he might have to because they might need that extra three-point shooter.
We'll step away, take a break. We're back with more of our Mackey Motors tailgate coming up. Kemper, Dowling basketball next right here on 93.7, on Kick 106.7.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City, MackeyMotors.com.
Since 1925, Eco Water Systems has been proud to provide the Carroll area with the level of quality and service their customers deserve. Now, Dries Company could not be more excited to continue that tradition. That's right, Eco Water Systems is now Dries Company Eco Water Systems, combining two names you know and trust to provide you with the absolute best in your water needs. Dries Company Eco Water Systems. Call us today, 712-792-3434, or stop in and see us at 609 North Carroll Street. Let's solve your water issues together.
Hi, this is Michelle from Midwest Wholesale. Kitchen cabinets by Birch Manufacturing are built to inspire. We believe that every kitchen tells a story, which is why these cabinets align with your home's beauty. We offer a variety of different finishes, wood selections, along with accessories to create a customized style. And here at Midwest Wholesale, we've been designing cabinets for so many years and designed thousands of kitchens, bathrooms, and mudrooms in our area. Trust the experts with Kitchens Plus by Birch and Midwest Wholesale. How you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Thank you for calling Brinks Exteriors. This is Allie.
Hi, we recently had a tree fall in our house, and I'd like to get an estimate for roof damage.
Sure, we offer free on-site consultations for all our services.
Great. While I have you, could you refer me to someone who can replace a drafty window?
Brinks does windows too, with high-quality Energy Star products.
What if we'd like to replace our siding?
Brinks has you covered.
Gutters? Doors?
Our name says it all. Brinks Exteriors is your headquarters for all things exterior, from start to finish.
Call 712-ROOF PRO or visit BrinksExteriors.com.
Kick 106.7. Jeff Blankman, Doug Waniger with you down here at Dowling Catholic again for the Catholic Classic Championship game between the Kemper Knights and the Maroons of Dowling Catholic. And Doug, you and I were just chatting here, during the break. Kemper shot it pretty well last night. You think the baitings are going to be a key, and you think Carson Caney going to be a huge key today as well?
Yeah, again, because we drive to the bucket and get, against a lot of competition, we get so many easy layups that I don't think as many of them are going to be there. I think we're going to have to kick it back out for that three-pointer. So that's where Jack, Brock, and Carson as well. Now, Carson, like we said, just hasn't had to shoot many threes because he's got so many other people that can shoot it. But I think today we might need a couple of threes out of him. And like I said, I think if the Knights shoot the three ball well, I think we'll be in the game.
And I think Ryan Clare going to be important for me, and for this reason. Kemper last year struggled when they ran into teams that had a lot of size because of the lack of size. They got him this year to kind of fill in that gap and maybe have some of that size. They're going to be maybe facing the tallest team with the 6'9" Crane kid that they're going to see all season, at least here early in the year. So it's going to be important, I think, for him to go out and do well inside.
Yeah, other than the Crane kid, they don't have a lot of additional height. I mean, right. He's the big kid, but he's 6'9", but he's not a 6'9". He's like 6'9" with 9-foot arms, He's long and skinny. So, but yeah, Ryan Clare's he's been a really nice addition to the team this year. We knew he would be, and he's starting to come into his own a little bit. Especially on the defensive end, like you said, he kind of gives us that presence that we haven't had before. He's leading the team in points and rebounds now, I see, after last night's game.
And, Coach, Doug, I think everything really starts for Kemper. We talk a lot about how they can dribble against anybody, they can shoot against anybody. Everything's kind of on the offensive end. For me, everything starts for them when they're shutting teams down and they're creating turnovers and they're creating havoc on the defensive end. So I think it's the defense that's got to start it for them today.
That was really the case last night because Heelan did not have very good ball handlers. We created numerous steals, turned them into easy buckets. The ball control and the ball handlers for Dowling today are going to be considerably better. So I think, we're fairly evenly matched in the guard court. I don't think we're going to get the number of steals, but I do think that we'll have to play the same aggressive defense that we played the last couple of games because our defense early on wasn't where they needed to be. Last night I thought it was really, really good.
One of the cool things for me being down here today, Doug, is you run into a lot of kids that you covered years ago that are now living here in the Des Moines metro area. I see Nate Graving sitting back up here to our left. Ran into Carter Ledwig here earlier today. Parker Bating, of course, and Ashlyn Bating and the Bating family down here. But it's really cool to see a lot of kids that maybe you haven't seen in a few years that are now kind of hanging out down here and watching this game because it's a pretty easy thing to do is drive across town on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, well, it's been a while since we've had a state tournament champion.
Right.
This one's got a shot. But like you said, a lot of these people live down here. I wish you could see the crowd because there's actually more Kemper people here than there are Dowling people right now.
Yeah, and that tells you, the following and the support that this Kemper program has. So we appreciate everybody that couldn't make it down and is tuning in here today. We'll have Carroll and Storm Lake over on 93.7 KKRL. Coming up later on this afternoon with Casey Miners on the broadcast there. Again, that'll get underway with the girls' game at around 4 o'clock this afternoon. Kemper coming in, averaging 81 points per ball game, giving up shooting 57% from the field. So that's going to be an important thing for them today, is to shoot the ball well, not just from the three-point line.
Well, we've had those numbers against, opponents that weren't the quality of this, so it'll be really interesting to see how we can react to the competition that we're playing today.
Let's take a look at our starting lineups here today. May have to pause. I don't know exactly when they're doing it, Doug, but they are going to have a moment of silence for Danny O'Grady, who, of course, was a Dowling grad and then was the sports editor for the Times-Herald in Carroll for a number of years and very loved by Kemper and by Dowling Catholic people. So I don't know they're going to do it here in the pregame at some point. Don't know exactly when they are planning to do that here today. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. First of all, for the visitors on the scoreboard here today, the Kemper Knights, they come in under head coach Sean Minahan. They are 7-0 on the year. They are 2-0 right now in the Hawkeye 10. They beat Heelan last night 73-46. They will not be back in action until Thursday when they host Red Oak, and we'll have that doubleheader covered for you as well on one of our Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network stations.
Now I'd like to
I think we're going to do a moment of silence. I'm going to step away for a 30-second break. Back right after this on Kick 106.7.
When you buy from a local business, like one of the New Way Auto Group dealerships, the money stays right here in the local community. Supporting local businesses helps our local economy, and that lets us help local organizations, schools, and giving back to our community. Good luck to all players from the New Way Auto Group dealerships with locations in Coon Rapids, Jefferson, and Pocahontas.
Take a look at our starting lineups here tonight on Kick 106.7 for the Kemper Knights. It'll be the 5'11 senior in Carson Canny, the 6' senior in Tragan Biter, the 6'3 junior in Brock Bading, the 6' junior in Jack Bading, and the 6'5 junior in Ryan Clare. For Dowling Catholic under head coach Justin Einerson, they come in again 5-2 on the year, 3-2 in the CIML. They beat again Xavier last night, 68-34. They'll host at Southeast Polk coming up on Monday. They'll start a 6'1 junior in Nathan Jenkins, a 6'2 senior in Lucas Paoli, a 6'9 junior in Charlie Crane, a 5'11 junior in Noah Martins, and a 6'2 junior in Maddox Capola. And that is a look at our starting lineups. I don't know if they're going to do another national anthem, Doug, so I'm not going to step away and take a break. They did one before the first game today, so I'm assuming that they're probably not going to do one. Now, Kemper's lining up for one, but I don't think they're going to end up doing one. So
I would be surprised if they do.
Yep, we are ready for basketball here. What a gorgeous, gorgeous place to come down and call the game. We're standing kind of on the mezzanine with some bleachers behind us, but pretty good view of the court. You're going to be able to stand all day?
I did last night, so it's an older gym.
It is, yes.
Kind of nestled just off of 235 there, but I didn't even know it was located here until last night.
You and I were down here a few years ago. Didn't you help me with the Coon Rapids Bayard baseball game down here? Or was
I don't think so.
No, you didn't? Okay. I was thinking you did. Ryan Clare jumping things up here today against Crane. It is going to be the Kemper Knights controlling the opening tip. The Knights in their road red jerseys. We'll go left to right across your radio dial. Dowling in their home white jerseys. We'll go right to left. Driving into Jack Bading. He'll kick it out to Canny on the right side. Into lane. Kick pass underneath. Ryan Clare's reverse layup is up and good. And the Kemper Knights have the early 2-0 lead. And a nice pass that time for the all-time assist leader in Carson Canny.
That's exactly what we were thinking the Knights might have some trouble doing, but they did it on the first play down the court.
Get it to Crane. He'll kick it out. They work it now over to Jenkins. Penetrates in left side top of the key. Has it stolen away by Canny. Knights out on the break with Brock Bading. Skip pass over to the left side to Jack. Down to the corner to Biter. His pass, his tip stolen away by Jenkins.
Those are the passes that we were talking about. You can't make that type of lazy pass against a good team like this. We're kind of used to getting by with that.
You get away with that against a lot of the teams that Kemper has faced here so far. Knights coming out in a man-to-man defense, trying to work in as Capola. Drives over from the left side to the right side. Picked up there by Brock Bading. They'll cut to the basket. Pass comes up top to Paoli. Paoli now over to the right side to Martins. Martins working against Canny. Down to the right corner, of course, to Capola. Inside to Crane. His layup is up and good, and we are tied the first time here today at 2 apiece.
Nice job by Crane working his body, protecting himself on the block, and got the easy bucket inside.
6:40 to go first quarter. Jack Bading started right, came back left, tried to kick it out to Canny, but right there was Jenkins to tip that one out of bounds. And again, Doug, it was that pass he thought he didn't look.
Yep.
He thought he had a guy wide open, but he threw it right into the defender who was cutting down.
Yeah, these guys are going to be quicker. They're going to get to the ball.
Inbounds pass comes to Claire, works with it about 15 feet away on the left side. Up top now to Jack. Jack with it back to Claire. We'll try to call Jack and Brock by their first name so you know which Bading I'm talking about. Canny with it on the right side, working in now against Martins. Kicks it over onto the left side to Brock. His three on the way up, no good. Long rebound taken down by Biter. Biter will back it out on the left wing. Now down to the baseline. Attacks on the baseline. Kick pass to the right corner to Jack. Cut off that time as he wanted to drive, but nothing was there. Now the pass off of Jenkins picked up by Brock Bading, and he is going to be bumped and fouled on the play, and that'll be the first one on the Maroons.
Yeah, Knight's got a little bit of a break, but we're already seeing that additional defensive pressure from the Maroons that the Knights aren't used to seeing. Some of those passes are just knocked away, tipped away a little bit where they're usually easy.
That one on Paoli, his first check. Bading now drives in off the left side and lays it up and in.
Great job.
Check that time by Bading, and the Knights lead it here 4-2.
And Carson Canny adds to his assist lead.
Working the ball across half court is Martins. They'll bring it up top to Jenkins, back to Martins. Coming out to set the screen is Crane. Martins will work it over the left wing against Claire. Drives down, double team comes, kick pass. Nice catch, had to go up high for that one was Capola. They'll work it back in it to Crane. Left-handed shot blocked that time by Claire. Rebound kicked out into the hands of Martins, and now we're going to get a block call going to go against the Kemper Knights.
Against Ryan Claire. I thought maybe he got by with it, but he definitely put a hip into the young man as he was going across the lane underneath the bucket.
Number one on Claire. Team foul number one against the Knights here in the first quarter. 4-2, Kemper with the lead. 5:35 to go first quarter play. Inbounds pass comes to Crane, left side, top of the key. Hands it off to Martins. Knights stay man-to-man down to the left corner. They'll work it to Paoli. Paoli looking inside for Crane, but Claire right now defending him well. Now Paoli trying to back in against Canny, who's bodying up against him, and we're going to get a bump call going to go against Canny. As Carson that time, Doug, trying to use his chest and his legs to keep Paoli from getting into the lane.
Yeah, Paoli, they're trying to get him down in the lane against Canny because he's got 3 inches and a lot longer arms on him. And Carson playing him tough, but tried to belly up a little bit too much.
Giovanni Keelis checks into the ballgame. Martins with it left corner, cut off, works it now out to Paoli, left wing. They'll bring it back up top, defended out there by Jack. Works it out near the 10-foot line on the volleyball floor. Caught the ball on his hip, should have been called for a carry. Martin's now going to fire up a left side three up, no good, and Jack will come down with a rebound. Second rebound for the Knights here in the ballgame as Jack brings it up left side, up top to Claire. They'll work it now off to Brock. Brock defended by Paoli.
You can see how they extend the defense.
Back off now to Biter. Biter with it near the half-court line. Had to tiptoe to save that one. Up top to Claire. 4:45 to go first quarter. Knights up right now 4-2. Jack spins off of a screen, finds the cutter. Brock layups up in good.
That was just a beautiful job of playing basketball by both baiting the screener and as well as Jack finding him.
So the Knights take their 6-2 lead, largest lead here of the game for them early on. Jenkins with it up top, defended by Canny. Jenkins looking to drive, kicks it over now to Keelis. Really with it on the right side, loses the dribble. He saves it before it goes into the backcourt, but it was knocked into the backcourt by Brock Bading. Picked back up by Martins. Martins driving it. Kick pass over to the right side. Three from Jenkins in the corner up, no good. Crane over the back on the rebound. And that is going to be a number one on the 6'9 junior. Team foul number 2 on Dowling Catholic.
Saw something there that I don't see much of. Claire was boxing out just like you want him to, and he got the foul as a result of it. It was a great job there by Ryan Claire keeping him off the basket.
Well, I did talk to Katie Cook last night, the Carroll girls coach, and she says they do work on boxing out all the time.
Well, I like that, but that's what got that possession there. Claire coming out of the ballgame. He has been under the weather a little bit, so he's out. And
Dylan Schoen has checked in. Also checking in is Griffin Glenn. Shown over to Brock. Brock penetrates down for a fadeaway jumper off the right baseline. Up, no good. The rebound pulled down that time up by Jack. His second. And now Canny penetrates off the left side. Misses the runner. Crane has the rebound. Knocked away by Glenn, but Crane will pick it back up. Gets it off to Capola. Capola ahead to Jenkins. Jenkins into the lane. Shot is up. Nice looking layup that time by Nathan Jenkins, the 6'1 junior.
Yeah, just the strength to be able to get to the basket that we don't normally see.
Took it right up over Brock, who had good defense on him. Canny up top now to Jack. Pump fake against Jenkins. Works over the right side. Penetrates into Canny in the corner. He'll fire up the three. It's up no good. And the rebound taken down by Jenkins. Dowling Catholic looking to run.
Glad to see him taking that shot, but we do need a couple of those to go down to make it happen.
We're going to get another foul on it, Jack Bading, as that time Capola was trying to drive around the corner, and that is going to be number 1 on Jack Bading, team foul number 3 against the Knights here in the quarter.
So Crane coming out of the ball game right now, and he's going to be replaced in there by Quincy Moore, another long, lengthy 6'5" kid. Probably give the Knights a little trouble, but you can see already, I mean, they move the ball a lot quicker. The Knights have just got to pick up the tempo a little bit on defense.
Tragan Bider back into the ball game, and a strong move that time by Moore. Maybe got away with a little bit of a push off there as that arm did extend. We're tied here at 6-6, our second tie in this first quarter.
It's one thing we saw last night. They're not going to call those fouls in this down here. These officials.
Yeah, these are CIML probably officials or Des Moines area officials. It's a more physical game down this way. Griffin Glenn to Bider in the corner. Knights are in a little bit of trouble, still in some trouble as Bider now gets it up on the wing, out to Jack. Jack drives nice, started right, came back left, gets to the rim on the left side, shot up no good, rebound tipped out, corralled by Capola. Capola will push it ahead, kicks it out to Martins in the corner. He'll attack on the baseline, works in, reverse layup up no good, tip up no good. Keyless with the save. They'll work it back out now to Capola, out to Jenkins. Jenkins drives in, tough shot in traffic off the rim, no good. And Tragan Bider will clear the rebound for Kemper.
Good job by the Knights on defense. Making it tough.
Bider drives in the lane, up top now to Canny, over to the right side to Glenn. Glenn with it. Knights have all 5 guys out. Schoen trying to beat the man off the dribble, cut off. Gets it up top now to Canny. Canny over to the right side to Bider in the corner. Bider attacks the baseline. Has the ball knocked away. Picked back up. Capola got a piece of it. Now, errant pass, but Glenn gets it left side top of the key. Works on Keyless. Gets to the lane, and he's going to be called for the offensive foul. So they don't call it on the one end. You get the same looking play on the other end, and they do call it.
Yeah, it looked pretty similar, but unfortunately, it's just the Knights have got to learn to, in this game, to play with the tempo that they're playing with, because their defense is just a lot stronger than what they're used to seeing.
Minute 58 to go, and I think Kemper was caught off guard by the early physicality. I think they're trying to match that now. What they can't do, though, is be obvious about it.
Yep. Yeah, they've just got to adjust to it, because that's what's... these officials down here are going to let them play like that.
Paoli attacks, leaves it inside, and Quincy Moore, the 6'5 senior, off of the bench with a pair of buckets. We have our first lead change here as Dowling Catholic, the Maroons, have an 8-6 lead. Minute 35 to go.
Example of the quickness differential.
Jack Bading fires up the 3 left side off the top of the backboard, no good. Coming down with a rebound that time is Schoen. He's had an outstanding sophomore campaign. They work it now to Canny. Canny driving in. Fadeaway shot up. No good. Pulling down the rebound is Moore for Dowling Catholic. They'll get it off into the hands of Paoli.
We're down to a minute 14 left here. The Knights is only 6 points, so we said they'd have to shoot well, but still only down 8-6.
Yep, 6-0 run by Dowling Catholic. Ball knocked out of bounds. Keyless was penetrating or cutting in on the baseline. They tried to dump the pass to him. There were 2 defenders there. Ball kind of bounced off of a bunch of different guys and went out of bounds. Officials dug and looked at each other and then decided it would stay with Dowling Catholic.
Yeah, Knights making a couple of substitutions coming back into the game is Clare and Brock Bading.
So the Knights will have Bider, Glenn, Griffin, Clare, and Brock Bading on the floor. So now when I say Bading, it'll be Brock. Trying to drive in, cut off his Capola. He'll kick it over to the right wing. 3 on the way for Paoli is up and good.
He had a big night last night, too, so continuing.
11-6 now in favor of the Maroons. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Brock Bading on the left side looking for a 3. Fires one up. In and out, no good. The rebound taken down by Jenkins. Kemper right now, Doug, not getting many second chance opportunities. They try to double team down on the offensive end or defensive end, I should say, for the Maroons. They tried to double team Jenkins. We're going to get a reach-in foul on Tragan Bider. And that's going to be his first, and that is going to be at number 5 against Kemper. So for the next 40 seconds, the Maroons will shoot free throws.
Yeah, we're looking at, like I said, 40 seconds left. Finding themselves in a position they're not used to, and it's all about the talent level that they're playing. It's
Jenkins, 40% free throw shooter on the season, heads to the line. First trip to the line for either team here tonight.
There was only 3 fouls, I think, against Kemper last night, or maybe 4. There wasn't very many.
Free throw has not been good. The lead extended now to 12-6. Knights' largest lead again was 6-2 after that Brock Bading cut on the baseline.
They've been outscored 10-0 since then.
Second free throw for Jenkins coming up. It's on the way. This one up, nothing but net. That's going to make it a 13-6 lead for Dowling Catholic. Knights need to close the quarter strong. Baiting with it up top to Claire. Knights will run some motion offense. Tried to hand it off to Schoen. That was cut off. Nice defense by Jenkins. They do get it to Glenn. He'll drive down the line. Lane shot up no good. Gets his own rebound. Schoen works it back in and lays it up and in.
Yeah, that's just how he plays around the basket. He finds a way to get his hands in the basket. 16 seconds now left, clock running.
Dylan's had such a good year so far.
Started really fast, backed off a little bit.
Yeah. Driving in is Paoli out to the right side. They work it to Capola into the lane. Got a defender in the air, and we're going to get a late whistle on Ryan Clare.
That's a bad foul.
Be number 2 on him.
So he's going to have to take a seat, and that's a big issue for Kemper.
Good pump fake that time in the lane from Capola, Doug. Got him in the air and then kind of leaned into him. The official almost waited to see how the shot looked before he blew the whistle, but did call it. And I think it was a legit foul. The free throw on the way up in good.
Yeah, that puts Kemper in a tough situation because Clare gives us that big size and at least able to match up with them inside that we don't have without him.
How long do you have to sit him now is the question. With 2 fouls, you don't want him to get a third probably here in the first half, but can you afford to sit him an entire second quarter? Free throw up, no good. Brock Baden comes down with a rebound. The shot is up, no good at the buzzer. We are through to 1 quarter of play. It's Dowling Catholic leading Kemper by a score of 14-8. We're back right after this.
Dr. Suppy and Dr. Janning work closely with area athletes and teams in providing effective treatment and rehabilitation of sports-related injuries. For optimal sports performance, call Dr. Mike Suppy and Dr. Jack Janning at Suppy Chiropractic Clinic, 792-6026, or stop by their clinic at 1420 Highway 71 North in Carroll. Proud sponsors of all area teams.
This is Brian Moore from Avela Bank. At Avela Bank, we're here to help you every step of the way. Whether you're just starting out and need a little help to get that farm or business off the ground, or maybe you've been around for a while and need some help in achieving that next goal, we are here to help. We can't walk in your shoes, we just want to walk beside you on your path to success. Stop in and see what Better Banking is all about. We'd be happy to talk to you about putting your farm or business on the path to financial success. Avela Bank, member FDIC.
Equal housing lender.
Game tonight, Motor Inn of Carroll, your premier Toyota, Chevy, and Buick dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. Jeff Blankman and Mr. Doug Waniger with you here today down at Dowling Catholic. Maroons with the basketball at 14-8 as we start the second quarter. Paoli with it, leaves it inside now. Crane right at the rim. And Doug, you mentioned it with Claire on the bench. They may attack right inside, and that's exactly what they did.
Went right to them. Jeff, the other thing I was looking at, just the fundamentals of these kids. You can see that, across the board, they're really, really tough.
Schoen gets in the lane, cut off by Crane. Now out to Brock. He'll drive in, leaves it off for Schoen. Shot at the rim up in good. Brock Bating with the assist. Dylan Schoen with the bucket, his second. The Knights are down now by a score of 16-10.
That's how that Crane can make it tough inside. Normally we're used to getting that easy with the first one and changing our shot and made it tough to even get the one that went in.
Paoli up top, works it over on the right side. Now flips it out to Martins. Martins defended by Jack Bating, who's out on the floor. Martins drives in, works it left side to Jenkins, up top to Capola. Capola down the right side, just outside the right elbow, kicks it up back out. Martins 3 from the left side, top of the key, up and good. Doug, very good spacing that time, allowed Martins to be able to get a wide open look.
Yeah, they've had 2 threes already, and we have not had one. We're almost a quarter and a half into the game.
Wider with it. Now Jack Bating penetrates in the left side, leaves it off for Dylan Schoen. He'll attack and picks up number 2 on Charlie Crane. So a great job of being aggressive that time for the Kemper Knights, is Dylan Schoen showing no fear inside. Now Crane with 2. Well, the problem is the Moore kid came in and played well.
Yeah, they got Quincy Moore that they can bring in. We don't have that backup that's quite ready. We've got Mr. Leonard down there in the bench, but just not quite quick enough yet to keep up with this type of pace and these type of players.
Schoen is 62% free throw shooter. The 6'2 sophomore misses that first one. Second one upcoming, 19-10. Dowling with the lead, 6:44 to go here in this first half of play. Our Culver's halftime report will come up, of course, at the halftime. Second free throw is up. This one falls for Mr. Schoen. First free throws today for Kemper.
Kemper's got to keep up the defensive intensity. That's the only way that they're going to get back in this game.
Heights look to double team again, and Paoli in a little bit of trouble, or we're going to get a foul called on Baden, and Coach Minahan not happy with that one at all. That'll be number 1 on Brock, and the first against the Knights here in this quarter.
That was unfortunate because
they had a great double team.
They had a great double team there. Brock made a great play, and they call him for a foul.
Martins with it, lobs it inside, stolen away. Dylan Schoen playing in front of the defender. His first steal, drives in, double clutches on the layup attempt, doesn't get it to go, but draws some contact, going to get himself to the free throw line, and that foul going to go on Capola. That's going to be his first, and it'll be team foul number 2 here in the quarter against the Maroons.
You made the comment early in the game before the broadcast. It's not going to change how they go about it. They're still going to drive to the bucket, but they're just not getting the easy looks that they're used to getting. And
Schoen knocks down the first of 2 on this one.
But they have to keep up the intensity on defense.
Dylan with 6 of the night's 12 points here so far. Couple of buckets, couple of free throws. Second free throw on the way up. Good. That'll pull Kemper back within 6 here as Dylan Schoen doing a nice job getting to the free throw line. Knights come out with some three-quarter court pressure. The Maroons handle it easy. Jenkins gets it off now to Paoli out high near the Kemper bench on the left side. Drives in, kicks it back down. Jenkins 3 from the corner up, no good. A rebound tipped out of bounds the last touch. Are they going to give it to... They're going to give it to... No, I think they're going to have a discussion now.
I don't think they know who got it. But Coach Manahan's getting a little frustrated. That's about 4 calls in a row that looked our way and went their way. And they're going to give them the basketball.
And it looked to me like Paoli come flying in from the side and hit the ball, and that would have knocked it away from anybody. Kemper would have knocked it out of bounds. But right now all 3 officials are talking. They're going to give the ball over to the Kemper Knights. That's a good job of officiating.
Absolutely.
It really is.
Yep, absolutely. They came in, talked about it, said, here's what I saw, and said, let's make it happen this way.
The guy down on the baseline probably was a little bit blocked with maybe what was kind of going on.
Nice with the chance to close within
Canny
3.
over to Bading. Bading drives in down to Biter, right corner 3. It's up. It's no good. And Jenkins will clear the rebound. He's done a really nice job rebounding for them as a guard. They'll get it back off now to Paoli. Paoli drives in, lost it. It's going to be out of bounds to Kemper. Doug, the Knight defense is kind of amped up here a little bit. What have they done differently?
Just moving their feet a little bit more quickly, and they've adjusted to the athletic ability of this Dowling team. We're not used to seeing that again. This is 2 classes up, and when just a lot higher level player.
Keyless back in as Capola will check out. Canny brings it up, working up top against Martins. Brings it over on the right side. Jack Bading cuts out to the corner. Dylan Schoen cut to the basket, but there was no passing angle. Schoen will get it back up top now to Jack. Jack penetrates in left side, kicks it down to Brock in the left corner. Didn't handle a low pass. And now Jack pops out. He'll fire up a 3. It's short, and Jenkins with another defensive rebound. Has Kemper gotten an offensive rebound in this game?
Yeah, we've gotten an offensive rebound. Well, we don't have any 3-pointers though.
Yeah.
And thus we've only got 13
but
points
not
on the
very
game.
many offensive rebounds. That might have been, 1 or 2 so far here in the game?
I think I had Tragan Biter for 1 earlier in the game.
They get it up top to Martins.
Key thing here is just don't get frustrated. Keep playing defense.
Martin's going to fire up a 3 with traffic in his face. No good. Dylan Schoen his 3rd rebound. Schoen will bring it up, gets it across half court. Now over to Glenn. Glenn drives in, runner on the way up, no good. And the rebound again taken down by Jenkins. Jenkins will push it ahead. Works it down the right side. Now over to Keyless. Keyless started left side. Gets into the lane. Attacks. Double clutch. Layup is up and good. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Going to go on the Kemper Knights.
Yeah, I think that's going to be on Schoen.
That is going to go on Dylan Schoen. That is going to be number 1 on him. Team foul number 2 on the Knights here in the quarter. Is Biter going to check back into the ballgame?
Makes the score 21-13 now. The Knights are down. It's just, like I said, it's a really good test. It's exactly what Kemper needed to put themselves into to find out how they were going to react. And they're going to learn from this, and we'll see how they adapt here in the second half as we get to that point.
Free throw by Keyless is up and good. He'll get the old-fashioned 3-point play. And now driving in is Jack Bading. He got the baseline on the left side attack. And now we get a technical called on the Dowling Catholic bench.
And I'm not quite sure what that's for. If one of the players said something, but he called that quickly.
He called that. He went right by the bench. And, yeah, absolutely. He didn't even get to the scores table and had stopped. So that's going to be huge because now Brock Bading goes to the free throw line and Kemper should get the basketball.
Yep, 22-15 right now, a chance to get it to 22-17.
Ryan Clare at the scores table set to check in.
I'm a little surprised we're bringing him back in.
Brock. Now what are they saying here?
No technical?
Warning.
Okay.
A warning. Okay.
It looked kind of odd.
It did, yes. So he just told Coach Minahan it's a warning. Now Dowling Catholic. I didn't either. Now Dowling Catholic going to have the basketball.
Coach Minahan seemed to be okay with it. So on the court for Kemper now, we've had some changes. We've got Jack Bading, Carson Canny, Tragan Biter, Griffin Glenn, and Ryan Clare's back in. Now, Ryan Clare's playing with 2 fouls, as you mentioned, Jocha. We noticed he brought him in at the 4:34 mark.
And now another official coming up to the scorers table. They want to clarify what is going on here. Out on the floor for Dowling Catholic, it's Paoli, Jenkins, Keyless, also Moore and Martins. So those
been watching
are the 2
basketball
lineups.
for 50-plus years. I've never seen a T called and then said it was a warning.
And then a warning. I've never seen a warning before like that. Yeah.
I've seen officials go over and warn them and, talk to them, but never. I mean, that was a hard tee.
Yes. Keyless working it against Biter, drives over to the left side, kicks it down to the corner. They'll work it inside to Moore, working against Clare. Kicks it back out, and he traveled with the basketball. Good defense that time by Ryan Clare. Body him up, but stayed straight up.
Straight up and caused him to move his feet. So 4:15 now. Kemper's still in this thing, 22-15. We're only down 7 and haven't made a 3 yet. We've not shot very well at all.
There's been 2 ties, 1 lead change so far here in the ballgame. Jack Bading will get it off to Canny. Canny will work it up. Gets it across half court. Works it over to the right side. Passes it inside to Clare. Clare spins in the lane. A little fadeaway. Got hit on the arm. No call. But he was able to knock down the bucket. His second one of the ballgame. And the Knights are within 5 here at 22-17.
Yeah, definitely got hacked. I don't know. Maybe he thought he got all ball. But, I noticed in the game last night, they're not going to call those.
Martins with it, penetrates over the left side, picked up by Clare on the switch. They've got a mismatch inside as Moore, who's 6'5", had Canny playing behind him. The Knights sitting right now in what looks like a little bit of a 2-3 zone. Capola over to the right elbow. They'll work it now off to Jenkins. Back down to Capola, corner 3 short, and the long rebound taken out of there by Jack Bading, his 3rd of the ballgame. He'll bring it up, works it back, step back move over to Glenn on the left side. Glenn penetrates in the lane, gets to the rim, shot blocked, but right there, Ryan Clare to clean it up.
Yeah, they're not going to get those layups, guys, so you're going to have to look for that kick-out pass. And the Knights pull back into 22-19 now, 3:11 left in the first half.
Martins will bring it up, working against Canny, gets it across half court.
What we've got to get out of here is a good finish to this quarter and then keep that confidence or gain our confidence back.
Keyless going to fire up a 3 and hits it. Nice play that time by Dowling Catholic. The guy cut, and the offensive player moved it to create a passing lane. Biter attacks off the right baseline, misses it, but follows his own shot. Gets the tip in, his first bucket of the ballgame.
Really nice play by Biter. They're lucky to get the roll to come right back to him, and just without even jumping up again, bumped it back up, and it went in the hole.
25-21, 2:30 to go here. First half. Culver's halftime report coming up. Coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth.
Kemper back in
out top with it. Works it over on the left side, gets it off into the hands of Jenkins. Jenkins down the right side of the lane, kicks it out. They work it to Moore. Moore with it. Now off, and we're going to get a block call on Canny, trying to take the charge in the lane.
Carson got up with that little Carson grin. He knew it.
Yep, he knew it. That's going to be number 2 on him. Team foul number 3 on the Knights here in the quarter. So with 2:17 to go, Doug, 3 on Kemper, 2 on Dowling right now. Neither team really in fear of giving up any free throws at this point here in the half.
So good move here, I think, by Coach Minahan. He pulls Clare back out as they bring Crane back in. Because you know what they're going to do is they're going to go right inside.
I'm surprised they didn't try to get it into Moore against him a little bit more. Paoli drives down the lane, attacks, and flips it in on the left side with the right hand.
You can just see the quickness and speed across their lineup.
27-21. Showing up top now to Canny on the right wing. Canny defended by Martins. Good step out that time by Capola. Hedged that screen. They work it now to Glenn. Over to Schoen. Schoen working against Martins. Kicks it back out. Long 3 from Brock. Up. No good. And the rebound taken down by Crane. Long pass, almost stolen by Canny. Now it's a 3-on-1. They'll kick it out. Keyless, 3 on the way up. In and out, no good, but Crane there to clean it up.
Now, just as we talked about, Kemper needed a good run. We've left it go the other way.
And now Griffin Glenn drives in on Crane, has the shot blocked. Keyless will come up with the rebound. 29-21, Maroons with the lead. Over to Capola, drives in. Gets it over to near the right elbow, just inside the right elbow. Pull up, jumper up, no good. And Crane goes up, grabs the rebound. He was fighting with Schoen, who was in front of him. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul call going to go on Dylan Schoen. And that is going to be number 2 on him.
Not quite sure how you can go over somebody's back, but
he had the ball, though.
Both of them did.
Yeah, well, but he had the ball first and had two hands on it. So I can understand on that call. It's a tough one, but I can understand on that call.
So minute 13 left now, 29-21. The Knights need to get a stop here, but pretty sure you know what they're going to do. And they pull Crane back out.
Yep, they give it to Jenkins. Now to Martins. He'll attack, drives in, misses the layup. Rebound to Biter, his fourth. That's the most for Kemper right now. Griffin Glenn left side, gets it up top to Brock. Brock now off to Jack. Jack backs it out over to Schoen. Pump fake, drives down, attacks in, goes up over Paoli and lays it up and in.
Yeah, Schoen's been a nice offensive spark here. I think that's 8 in the game for 9.
29-23 Dowling. 45 seconds to go here in the half. Tacking in is Paoli, and he is going to be fouled on the play, and that's going to go on Brock Bading, I think, and that's going to be number 2 on him. And Doug, they've started to call it a little bit tighter here. That's going to be number 5 on Kemper. And Paoli will head to the free throw line, but I think you're seeing the officials now starting to try and tighten this thing up a little bit.
Yeah, and I think you're seeing the Knights struggling to adjust to a different type of officiating. Down here in the CIML, these larger classes, they're going to let them play a little bit more.
Free throw from
like
Paoli.
We're trying to react to it, but we're doing it with our hands instead of our bodies.
30-23. Paoli, a 67% free throw shooter on the season. Free throw on the way up, no good. And the rebound taken down by Brock Bading, his second. Biter with it.
Still on.
And a trading in, gets in the lane, a little fadeaway jumper up. Tough shot, it's up, no good. The rebound taken down by Capola.
Not a good shot. We needed a good shot there. That wasn't one. That was a little bit too much man-to-man stuff.
Biter talking with one of the guys on the bench down there. I think it was Blake Lux he was having a conversation with. Martins will bring it up. Biter will defend down to 10. Shot clock is off. Working out in the half-court circle now. Attacks left side. Kick pass over. Driving in as Paoli gets to the rim. Lays it up and in with 2.7 seconds left. Kemper's shot at the buzzer from Jack Bading is off to the left. And it's going to be a 9-point lead, 32-23 for Dowling Catholic. As we go to the halftime, Doug and I will be back with the Culver's halftime report coming up next right here on Kick 106.7.
For more than 40 years, Culver's has brought you fresh, never frozen deliciousness. And since 2012, we have been proud to serve the Carroll community. From mouth-watering burgers to our one-of-a-kind custards, our goal at Culver's is simple. Satisfy your hunger with the highest quality products delivered to you with a smile. Whether you are a coach, player, or parent, Culver's is the perfect destination to build team spirit. Come celebrate 12 years in Carroll with us.
Culver's, welcome to Delicious.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you're looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest.
Hi, this is J.R. Mayhall, insurance agent and realtor with Gredeman & Associates. We're excited to announce Eric Bass and Nate Gredeman have joined our team. Eric has numerous years of experience in both insurance and real estate, and we're excited that Nate has moved back and brought his wealth of knowledge of commercial real estate to our team, and he also has his insurance license. It's a very challenging time in both real estate and insurance, and we are here to help you. Gredeman & Associates, Highway 30 here in Carroll.
Hi, this is Dr. Mulbauer from McFarland Clinic in Carroll. If you are expecting a baby, our family medicine department is here to help you every step of the way. Our physicians provide prenatal care and services, childbirth, and postpartum care. Your McFarland Clinic family medicine physicians can perform C-sections and VBACs during delivery. Call our family medicine office at 712-792-1500 or visit our website at mcfarlandclinic.com for more information. McFarland Clinic Carroll, here for you and your growing family.
From bump, set, spike to the crack of the bat, at Motor Inn of Carroll, we love our high school sports. And we love the opportunity to support our local schools, athletes, coaches, and parents. Through the hard work of our kids, we get the enjoyment of watching and listening to their activities. Other life lessons, like teamwork and citizenship, help create outstanding young women and men we are so proud to sponsor. Good luck to all of our local sports teams from Motor Inn of Carroll.
Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop.
So you've got an acreage and you've decided you need a tractor, but maybe you don't know a whole lot about tractors. What size do you get? How much horsepower do you need? What implements will work? What jobs are you hoping to accomplish? It can sound overwhelming, but at Olson's Outdoor Power, we can help. We have the right tractor, the right implements, and with 0% for 60 months, the right price. Stop by today and find out what Coyote tractor is the right tractor for you. Olson's Outdoor Power with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
32-23 in favor of Dowling Catholic as we welcome you here onto the Culver's halftime report. Culver's celebrating again 40 years in business, 12 of those years in Carroll. Culver's welcome to Delicious. Want to give a quick shout out and a thank you to Matt Wilkin, who is watching this game over a stream as well as listening to us. He described what the warning was here a moment ago. He said that an assistant coach jumped off the bench. You're not supposed to be able to do that. He said even though a lot of coaches get away with that. So that's what the warning was. Instead of it being a technical, nothing was said. An assistant coach got up off of the bench. You're not allowed to do that. So that's what the explanation potentially is on that warning from earlier.
Yeah, it was just really odd because, I mean, that's
it did look like
for years.
Yeah.
And he gave it wasn't like he just turned around and went, okay, I'm looking here, I'm going to give somebody. It was a hard tee.
It was a hard tee, yep.
But nonetheless, that's not the difference in the game right now. They've been a little bit better team than we have, and we haven't made a single three-pointer. We're used to hitting 4 to 5 a half. We hit 2 of them, and it's 32-29.
And gotten some good looks. There's been some open looks. There's been some tough looks from 3, but there's been some open looks. I wonder if they're hurrying those shots and rushing things a little bit, settle in maybe here in the second half, and maybe some of those will start to fall.
Well, I think that's probably the conversation Coach Minahan's going to have at halftime. Hey, guys, we're in this game. Just settle down. Pick up the defensive intensity. We were talking a minute ago. We're averaging 15 steals a game. We got 2 in the first half.
Right. Different level of team
here today. We're playing a better ball club.
Yep.
You know, we're just playing a better ball club. So if you want to be able to match them on the scoreboard, you've got to be able to match their intensity. And, you know, unfortunately, you can't necessarily match their talent in this halftime. But
I mentioned something to you, Doug, during the break there when we started the half that I'm surprised at how well Dowling's getting to the rim. And you said, well, just good athletes, and they've got that first step, and you're 100% right on that. But I wonder if part of that is Kemper's so used to jumping passing lanes and overplaying things that against a team that's got a little bit quicker first step, they're out of position because they're used to being able to jump those pass lanes and play a little out of position.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. I mean, fundamentally, they're just so much better than anybody that we've played so far. And that's the result of just being a large school and having a lot of kids to pick from. It's just that simple.
We thought maybe Kemper wouldn't attack the rim much. Dylan Schoen and Griffin Glenn have certainly not been afraid to attack the lane. Jack Bading's done it a few times here. Carson Candy's done it a few times. You know Ryan Clare is going to be placed a lot inside. But are you surprised at how well Dylan and Griffin are getting to the lane and getting to the rim, even though they're having a hard time finishing?
I'm not surprised that they're getting to the lane, and I'm not surprised that they're having a hard time finishing because these guys are good defensive players down low, and you know, Crane doesn't have to jump out of position, and then, you know, they're not, for example, we give a head fake on the shot, they're not going flying anywhere. They're just staying there, and then we go up again, and they're swatting a couple of them away. I didn't keep blocks, but 5, 6, maybe?
Yeah, probably right around there. Absolutely. So I think if you're Kemper, though, you're down 9. You feel like you're still in this one, absolutely. But you got to sit here and go, you know, we've gotten good looks. Brock Bading ain't going to miss every 3 the rest of the game. Jack Bading's not going to miss every 3. Tragan Biter's an outstanding corner 3 shooter and hasn't gotten one to fall. Those shots you got to expect are going to go here in the second half.
I think sooner or later. Now, the one thing that we'll remember from last night is Dowling came out in the second half and really turned up the defensive pressure. Now, I didn't see that, so I don't know if
they'll adjust some. You know they will.
Yeah, if what we saw in the first half was what they did in the second half last night, if we're going to see more of that. If we see more of what we saw, then we can get back in this game. We just got to make 3-pointers, and we said we had to do that, and we haven't.
We'll step away, take a break, back with more of our Culver's halftime report as we come to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade, helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. We'll have a look at our first half numbers coming up for you next here on Kick 106.7.
Hey, sports fans, R&J Wagner Trucking, the top name in expedited transportation since 2002, is cheering on the Audubon Wheelers. With their cutting-edge equipment and expert team, R&J Wagner handles all your liquid bulk needs with unbeatable reliability. They're proud to support our local schools and wish the best of luck to all the athletic teams.
Go Wheelers!
From everybody at R&J Wagner Trucking, we're behind you all the way.
Few people know as much about truck maintenance and repair as RJV Transport and Diesel Repair. Hi, it's Big Pete. As an owner-operator, I understand how crucial it is to get your truck back on the road. Our technicians have the knowledge to get it done right. With competitive shop rates and good old-school experience, we're here to keep you rolling smoothly. Plus, we are one of the only shops in the area certified to do hazmat tanker inspections. RJV in Westside, 663-4500, or call my wife, Sarah, at 790-4543.
We're down here 32-23. You're listening to the Culver's Halftime Report here on Kick 106.7. Culver's celebrating 40 years in business, 12 of those years in Carroll. Culver's, welcome to Delicious. Let's take a look at our unofficial numbers here in the first half of the Kemper Knights. Carson Canny scoreless, but does have 2 assists and a steal. Tragan Biter with 2 points, go with 4 rebounds. Brock Bading, 2 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Jack Bading with 4 points, go with 3 rebounds and an assist. Ryan Clare, 6 points and a rebound. Dylan Schoen, 9 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. Knights go 3 of 4, from the free throw line in that first half of play. For Dowling Catholic, Nathan Jenkins with 4 points, Lucas Paoli with 8, Charlie Crane with 6, Noah Martins with 3, Maddox Capola with 1, Quincy Moore with 4, and Giovanni Keelis off of the bench with 6, hitting a big three-pointer for them as they have knocked down 3 threes in the first half to none for Kemper. So there's your 9-point difference right now. Dowling Catholic at 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Doug, we were talking about the Knights able to attack the rim. We thought they would kick. You talked about that in the pregame. The one thing early on, I've got Kemper with 4 assists here in the first half. I think 3 of those came maybe on the first 3 or 4 baskets. Yeah. So what has Dowling done that Kemper's not finding that guy now when they're driving? They're not able. Is it just missing shots? But, Kemper, they're a great share of the basketball club. But 4 assists in the first half is unlike Kemper.
Yeah, we get 25 a game. But, again, we get 25 a game against teams that aren't, they're not Dowling, that's for sure, as Kemper gets the ball here to start the first half or second half.
So the Knights will have the basketball there. And, again, their road red uniforms with the yellow numbers. They'll go right to left across to your radio dial. Canny gets it up across half court, works it off now to Clare up top. They'll run off a screen to Jack Bading, who rolls over to the right elbow. He'll back it back out. Now backdoor cut to Biter out to Clare on the left wing. Clare dribbles in, spins, has it knocked away. You can hear the slap, and you're going to get the whistle and a foul. That's going to go on Capola. That is going to be number 2 on him. And the Kemper crowd right here in front of us, they really wanted that one.
Yeah, I really like what Coach Minahan did there. Set up a play to get Clare the ball one-on-one against Crane. Let's see if we can get him in foul trouble because he's got 2.
And Clare coughing down there, has to back away from the free throw line. They'll hold for him. Clare, 77% free throw shooter on the season. First one on the way is up and no good.
Coach said last night he was not feeling the best. That was one of the reasons he limited his minutes.
You could tell he's been coughing and breathing heavy out there most of the day. Justin Yetmar, of course, the Kemper girls basketball coach, they got a nice win last night. Also, Tiefenthaler, a couple of late free throws to win at Earlham last night. Their 4th win. Second free throw up and good for Clare. And the Knights down now 32-24.
Knights extending the defense here, that half court, 3/4 court man-to-man, trying to get the trap. But again, really smart players here for Dowling.
Looks like going to drop into a 2-3 zone, Doug. Martins with it out top. Dowling trying to get themselves set up into their offense. They'll work it back up top to Martins.
They probably need to do that.
Capola looking to drive in. Fadeaway jumper up, no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Canny. Shot up no good by Crane on the other end. We're going to get a whistle on a foul. Going to go on the Knights. And that is going to go.
They did drop into a zone there. I thought they were going to be in that half-court, man-to-man, full court, but they dropped into the zone. That's the first time I've seen the Knights do that this year.
And Crane just picked up his 3rd. I said it was on the Knights. The Knights going to go to the free throw line with Canny. 71% free throw shooter. It's on the way up and good. Kemper getting going from the free throw line here, Doug. Maybe can kind of jumpstart that offense a little bit. Second free throw coming up here. It's on the way. It is up. Nothing but the bottom of the net for the 5'11 senior. 32-26 pressure again for Kemper.
Yeah, they're dropping into that 2-3 zone.
Martin's with it out on the left side to Capola on the wing. Crane posting up right now down on the right block.
They'll need to give Claire a little bit of help probably as they hit another three-pointer.
No, Martin's drains the three off the right side. 35-26, the lead back to 9. That matches their largest lead of the game. Claire up top. Looks for the backdoor cut to Bading. Over to Canny on the right side. Canny going to penetrate in. Kick pass down to the left corner. Biter's three up, no good. Long rebound to Jenkins, ahead now to Paoli. Paoli working against Brock on the block. Gets in the lane. Step under move. Got the defender in the air. And either Bading picked up one or Claire, who got off of his feet. And that is going to go on Brock Bading, and that'll be number 3 on him. Team foul number 1 on the Knights here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's not often Brock gets in foul trouble. But again, good, strong head fakes there by the
I love the footwork for these guys down in the post. Free throw on the way. If you're a youngster and you can watch the video, pump fake, get the defender in the air, and then step through. There's so many different footwork moves down in the block that can get you open looks. And you see so many kids today that will get that ball and then they don't know what to do with it because the defender's right on them and they don't know how to shake free and get a shot inside. Free throw up and good. 36-26. Biter with it now off to Canny. Canny to Clara just above the free throw line. Works down the left side. Double team comes. Kicks it out to Brock. He'll penetrate in left side. Leaves it back off to Claire on the wing. Claire with it. Pull up jumper up. No good. And the rebound taken down by Capola. Knights tried to double team him, but unable to get him. And now Jenkins brings it up. Gets it off to Capola. He'll attack. Brings it under the basket up top. Driving in is Paoli. Cut off. Kick pass over to Crane in the right corner. Crane going to fire up a three. That one off the rim, no good. A rebound to Jack Bading, his fourth. 5:50 to go here, third quarter. 10-point lead right now for the Maroons. Down to Jack Bading, left corner three up, no good. Rebound tipped, and able to track it down and save it as Paoli. He'll get it off to Capola.
I don't think the Knights have a field goal here yet in the quarter, do they? Just 3 free throws, right?
Yep, that's it so far.
So that's just been the big difference in the game. Kemper not able to shoot the ball well, but a lot of that give credit to the defense for Dowling.
Crane in the lane, left-handed turnaround up, no good. Jack Bading pulls down his 5th rebound. That leads the Knights over to Biter on the right side. Biter with it, looking to drive in. Gets down underneath, stops, kick out pass on the left wing. Bading, Jack driving in, gets underneath, pass is tipped by Jenkins out though to Biter. Biter drives in near the right block, cut off. Kick pass up top to Brock. Brock over to the left side. He'll attack down the right side. Leaves it off for Claire,
nice job.
Who lays it up and in.
Nice job by Brock Bading driving. They've got to create some activity there.
28 now, 36 in favor of Dowling. Paoli with it, looking for the backdoor cut now. Attacks on his own on the baseline. Bounces it into Crane. Turnaround jumper is up and good. Can't give him a look. A foot and a half into the basket with no traffic in front of him.
All he's got to do is put his hands up and drop it in.
Jack down to Canny in the left corner. 4.5 to go here, third quarter. 38-28. Dowling Catholic with the lead over Kemper. Championship game of the Catholic Classic. Our motor and player of the game coming up in the postgame. Jack over on the right side. Gets to the right elbow. Pull up, jumper up, no good. And the rebound to Crane.
Yeah, the Knights just can't buy a field goal. And the defense, I'm just watching Martin's playing on Carson. They just, Carson normally able to make that quick move and drive around people. These guys are just way quicker on defense.
Trying to drive in now. Paoli gets into the lane. Kick pass to Crane just inside the free throw line, and he'll hit that one. And Kemper may need a timeout here soon. The lead up to 12 now, largest lead of the game. And Doug, shooting-wise, what this reminds me a little bit of the Grundy Center game over at Boone.
Oh, yeah, last year.
Yep. Canny looking to drive in. We're going to get a bump and a foul. And that'll go against the Dowling Catholic. I think that's going to go on Martins. That'll be the case. That'll be number 1 on him. And team foul number 3 against Dowling Catholic here in the quarter.
I think
both teams bringing in subs. As Schoen and Glenn will check in. Bading, Brock, and Claire will check out. Also checking out is Paoli and Crane. Keyless and Moore will check in.
40-28 is the biggest lead now. Is 12 points.
Schoen over to Biter. Bider works it back over to Schoen, right side, top of the key. Knights stand in their motion offense. Looks to drive, knocked away again by Moore. Pick back up. They'll work it to Jack over on the left side, top of the key. Looking to drive. Nice cut by Bider, and if Jack finds him, and he'll lay it up and in. Good cut. Bider's so good at making those kind of cuts, Doug.
Yeah, nice job by Jack of finding him.
40 to 30. Keyless with it. Out top. Bider looking to defend. Keyless got around him, and Traeger had to hold to slow him down a little bit. That'll be number 2 on him, number 2 on Kemper here in the quarter. 3:13 to go in this third quarter of play.
Again, the quickness there of
Keyless.
Keyless, is that who it was?
Yep. Capola with it. Gets it off now to Martins. Martins going to attack. Tries to drive in. Ball knocked away by Griffin Glenn. He'll come up with a steal. Third one of the night for Kemper. Bider down to the corner now to Schoen on the right side. Knocked away by Moore. Schoen will pick it back up into the half-court circle to Jack. Jack over to the right side, working against Jenkins. Drives in, kick pass down to the right corner to Bider. 3 on the way up, no good. Keyless will come down with a rebound.
Yeah, Bider rushed that one a little bit. They're really getting desperate trying to knock one of those threes down. As
Keyless's 3 is up, no good. Bider will come down with his 5th rebound of the game. 2:40 to go. I think Kemper just needs 1 to go and see 1 go
might
through
be a good
net.
time for a timeout here, though, just to get their confidence.
Annie over to the right side, defended
Maybe
again out there by Martins.
Off the timeout.
Up top it comes to Glenn. Glenn looking to drive. Drives in, and he's going to draw some contact by Keyless.
These guys move their feet so well, though. We're normally able to make those quick moves and drive around those players. That's not happening against these guys.
Yeah, not getting to the rim for easy looks today.
And this game's going pretty much like we predicted it was going to go. If Kemper shoots well, we're in it. We're not. We're getting the looks. But we make a couple threes out of what we shot. I think we're, maybe 0 for 10, 11?
Yeah, probably at least that. Griffin Glenn does hit the free throw. Staying in the game because, really, of the free throw line right now. Second free throw coming up here for Glenn. Him and Schoen, just sophomores. Both of those guys are going to be tremendous
futures,
players.
Yes. And not just in this sport either. Pretty good on the football field as well.
Yeah. Griffin's dad, Dirk, standing over here to the left. Free throw on the way up. Good. So Glenn will knock them both down. He has 2 of 2 today.
Kemper can get a little bit of a run here.
They pulled back within 8, coming out in a 1-3-1 half-court trap, but Dowling Catholic will handle it pretty easily. Keyless on the right wing, 2:15 to go here in the quarter, 40 to 32. Martins with it, down to the right corner to Jenkins. Jenkins looking to drive in, leaves it off for Keyless. He'll fire up a 3. It's off the back of the rim, no good. Long rebound to Canny, kicks it ahead to Bider, stripped away by Keyless.
Oh, great
off
play
of
by
Bider
Keyless.
and out of bounds.
Yeah, Bider probably should have gave that up a little bit earlier, but a great defensive play by Keyless.
And Bider, you can tell, frustrated on that one. He's not used to having that happen.
Yeah, nobody's going to catch him and knock that away from him, but it did happen there as we got Claire checking back into the game for Kemper. And sitting down also is Jack Bading.
So Brock, the lineup is Canny, Brock Bading, Glenn, Claire, and Dylan Schoen for Kemper. Jenkins, Paoli, Keyless. Also on the floor is Capola and Moore. We're going to get an offensive foul on Jenkins, and that is going to be his first.
You could see that he was going to get to the hole one way or the other, and Brock with good defensive position there took the fall, and Kemper gets the ball back now with 1:49 left here in the third quarter. Down 8, 40 to 32.
Carson Canny will bring it up, gets it up across half court. Working up top against Jenkins, comes over to the right side. Finds Claire just inside the top of the key, spins to the right elbow. Now step through move into the lane. Tough shot up, no good. The rebound taken out of there by Schoen. Out now to Canny. Canny attacks in. Finds the cutter Brock Bading on the baseline. He'll bring it out on the right side. Now off to Schoen. Shot clock at 25. Schoen into the lane. Kick out pass is tipped. They gathered in by Brock. Brock penetrates in off the screen. Tough shot off the side of the glass. Might have been some contact there. No call.
Yeah, key now is Brock. Don't get frustrated. Just keep playing defense. Your shots are going to come.
Wide open 3 for Capola is up and good.
Yeah, we can't give him that look.
43-32, the lead back to 11. Brock trying to answer. Fires up a 3.
Finally we get
one.
That's a big answer.
Timeout here on the floor called by the Kemper Knights. They are down now 43-35. We'll step away, take a break. We're back in 30 seconds here on Kick 106.7.
At Audubon County Memorial Hospital and Clinic, their mission is to deliver excellence with quality and compassion to everyone they serve. From their primary care providers and emergency services to their outpatient specialists and rehab department, they're here for you. They're also proud of their local heroes, the Audubon Wheelers athletes. Keep shining, Wheelers. Audubon County Memorial Hospital and Clinic. Your health, their commitment.
Live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Of course, it is the championship game of the Catholic Classic, the first year of the Catholic Classic. Kemper defeated Bishop Heelan last night. Dowling got by Cedar Rapids Xavier. Xavier beat Heelan earlier today for third place. Championship game here this afternoon. I think this is going to become a yearly thing, which should be a lot of fun. Keyless off the right side, down to the baseline, cut off, gets it behind him to Paoli. Done a nice job against Paoli defensively here in this third. Paoli back down to Keyless. Open three from the corner up. No good. The offensive rebound to Crane. Brought it down. They dump it underneath,
nice
though,
as
Canny nearly stripped it away, but Crane able to fight through it and got the ball into the hands that time of Paoli for the layup.
Yeah, there was three Kemper Knights around him, but he made a nice, grab and had good hands and made the dish to Paoli for the bucket.
Canny up in the half-court circle. Knights will hold for the final shot here of the quarter. Down to 12 seconds. Up top to Brock. Paoli will defend him, get a fire up to three. He's starting to feel it. Shot up, no good. The rebound to Capola. Down to 5 seconds to go. He's going to get a shot off from about three-quarter court. It's up off the glass, no good. And Dowling Catholic will take a 45-35 lead into the fourth quarter after a slow start offensively for both teams. Dowling Catholic outscores Kemper 13-12 in that third quarter of play. Fourth quarter is 1 minute away here on Kick 106.7.
Outlaw Graphics is your local promotion and sign company. Outlaw can do it all, from vehicle graphics to promotional items and all the signage you need. Outlaw does it all, no matter how big or how small your order is. If you need thousands of items for your business, talk to Outlaw. Work with Outlaw's designers from start to finish. You're going to love the results. Call the Outlaw. Outlaw Graphics, 775-2599. Outlaw Graphics in Carroll.
From empty stands to cheering fans, Carroll County Solid Waste would like to remind our area athletes, coaches, and spectators that it takes teamwork to keep our communities clean and safe. Like most sporting events, a trip through the concession stand for our favorite snacks, drinks, and sweets is a must. But being mindful of what we do with our leftover waste also matters. Cans and bottles should always go into recycling containers, and empty food packages should be disposed of in the trash. Whether on the field or on the court, we wish all area teams a safe and successful season. We're Carroll County Solid Waste, delivering environmental services together.
Maroons up 45-35 as we start the fourth quarter. They've got the basketball. They work it to Keyless in the left corner. Out now to Paoli, to Jenkins up top. Knights go back man-to-man. They'll work it to Keyless off of the motion offense down to the corner to Kent Crane. Right side three up, no good. Dylan Schoen with his fifth rebound. They work it ahead over on the right side. Gets it out now to Jack Bading.
Knights just a little patient. Run that offense, run it precisely, run it hard like they normally do.
Screen that time by Brock Bading, who then pops out, catches it, works at the Candy left side, looking to attack, cut off by Paoli. Oh. Nice behind the back look. Claire has it blocked at the rim by Crane. Claire comes up with a rebound and then draws a foul as he'll get himself to the free throw line.
That was an incredible pass by...
yes, it was.
But a really good block by Crane, too. I mean, he's been a difference maker underneath there, swatting balls away.
That foul going to go on Paoli, his second, first against the Maroons here in the fourth quarter. Claire at the line. 1 of 2 today, 77% on the season. That one is up and good. Doug, one other time that we are aware of that these two programs have faced each other, that was back in 1976. They played a sub-state final at Valley, and Kemper won it 48-43. I teased to Dave Bruner as Claire knocks down the second free throw that I understand he was on that team. I said, I didn't know you could play varsity basketball as a fourth grader, because there's no way Dave's old enough to have been on a team in high school in 76, right?
Oh, yeah, he is. Oh, yeah, he is. Okay, 7:03. Jenkins still down 8.
Drives in and leaves it off for Paoli, who was cutting in off the left side. I don't know where the defender was, but they were not around. And the lead is back to 10 now. At 47-37. Knights miss one inside. Claire battling for it with Crane, and Crane able to knock it off of Claire and out of bounds.
Really a good ball game for Claire to learn about his skills, because as a junior, Crane's 6'9", arms every bit as long as that, so he's given him some tough challenges down there on shots that he normally would get off and be easy ones.
Working now over to Capola. Capola working it up against Schoen. Gets it across half court. Down to Jenkins. Right corner three up off the rim. No good. And Claire has a third rebound of the game. Off now to Canny. Canny works it ahead. Back to Claire. Claire drive again. Goes behind the back. Nice move to get it up and in.
Went behind his back. Stepped up off the wrong foot to put it in. 47-39. Nice. Some of his athleticism there.
Back within 8 here. And now the pass thrown away. Capola cut into the basket. Jenkins frustrated with him, or Paoli frustrated with him. It's because he threw the pass behind him, and now Dowling Catholic calls it timeout.
That's one of the few turnovers they've had in tonight's ball game.
It is. Doug, we talked about that matchup in 76. Hard to believe that back then these two programs probably comparable size-wise, where today they're not.
Yeah. I remember Kemper had 300-400 kids a class at one time. I don't remember that, but I know people have told me that they had that many kids in their class.
Come on, you're old enough to know that, right?
Well, didn't pay attention back then. I was going to school somewhere else.
I know. Yeah, you can say you're from Coon Rapids.
Absolutely.
Yes, you're proud of being from Coon Rapids.
42 in my graduating class.
42?
Yeah.
Yeah, you beat me by 29.
Did I ever tell you I had a 4.0 in high school?
No.
Yeah.
No, they added up all 4 years?
All 4 years. I got 1 point each year.
I knew you were going that way.
Kids always say, why didn't you go to college? I said, I didn't have to. I went to Coon Rapids.
Speaking of the kids, how are your two lovely daughters and your wonderful son?
Anna's back in Cedar Rapids. Abby's at a Christmas today. And my wife is shopping, and Cal's up in Ames with Garrett Christensen.
Okay.
We dropped him off on the way down. So tried to talk him into coming down and watching the team. Here we are, Jeff, setting the stage. 6:13 left. The Knights have struggled from the 3-point line, but they're in an 8-point ball game.
Yep.
You know, it's kind of the kind of game we thought it could be.
Canny with it, bounces it now to Claire. Claire working against Crane down the right side, spins in. Wanted to fade away, and that was taken away nicely by Crane. He'll get it off to Jack Bading. Jack working in on the left side. Kick out pass, tip stolen away. Paoli was out in front of the back, but Capola didn't have a chance to get it to him. Capola will bring it up the left side. Now backing in on it, Canny will work it back out top to Martins.
We're seeing what a great defensive team can do against a good offensive team.
Paoli again looking to drive, crossover dribble, now spins into the lane, leaves it off for Crane. Shot is up and no good, but right there to tip up.
Thought that might be goaltending.
Might have been just sitting on the front of the rim.
Yeah, I think it just came off after I see it again.
Canny with it. Yeah, that one was really close. If it was off, it was barely off.
They've done a really nice job on Carson. They've switched a couple of players off on him, but he really hasn't been able to get free at addition dive.
And there's a beautiful pass and another assist for Canny.
But he's only got, 4 in the game, I think?
Yep, that's what I've got him at. Claire with another bucket. He's got 15 now. And Knights back within 1. Not really going here after battling foul trouble in that first half. Martin's trying to work on Bading, leaves it inside for Crane, and Crane going to be fouled. Yeah, Claire that time went up to tip the pass, Doug, and then came down underneath Crane.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate foul for Claire as well. I think that's his third. And he's done a nice job playing with 2 fouls as well.
Yep.
As Biter and Glenn check into the game for Jack Bading and Dylan Schoen coming out.
Dylan Schoen. And Doug, this is going to be, I think, a key next maybe 2 minutes or so of this game. The Knights' chance of being down 11 here if Crane hits the free throw. He's a 64% free throw shooter. Hasn't shot one yet, but you're down 10. You need to have this down to about 6 with 2 minutes to go.
To give yourself a chance.
Yep.
You know, one thing that, we're going to learn a lot from this game. I mean, we've been getting open 3-pointers left and right. But against teams like this, you're going to have to set better screens. You're going to have to come off those screens harder to get the open looks.
Canny drives in, shot blocked that time by Martins, who had to save the rebound. It comes out to Biter. Now to Canny, over to Griffin Glenn. He'll fire up a 3 up and good. That's a big one. Griffin Glenn with his first bucket. The Knights going to call a timeout. We'll step away with them. We're back with more Kemper basketball coming up for you here on Kick 106.7, back in 30 seconds.
When you buy from a local business, like one of the New Way Auto Group dealerships, the money stays right here in the local community. Supporting local businesses helps our local economy, and that lets us help local organizations, schools, and giving back to our community. Good luck to all players from the New Way Auto Group dealerships with locations in Coon Rapids, Jefferson, and Pocahontas.
Broadcast booth distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes feel, recover, and perform. Jeff Blankman, Doug Wanniger with you today. Carroll and Storm Lake about an hour away over on 93.7 KKRL with Casey Miners. He'll be up in Storm Lake for that doubleheader today. That's a girl-boy doubleheader. Girls game scheduled for 4 o'clock with the boys game to follow between 5:30 and 6.
Storm Lake's got a really talented player, don't they?
They do. A Coon kid on the boys' side that's being recruited by a lot of D1 programs. And their girls' team is outstanding as well. Both teams coming in ranked. So that'll be a good matchup for both Carroll girls and boys. Carroll girls playing so good right now.
Let's see if the Knights can pick up the defensive intensity, get a steal or even a stop.
Jenkins works it to Martins, over now to Capola. My feeling is Dowling may try to be
run a
patient
little
here. Yeah, they're not going to completely stall, but they're going to eat as much clock as they can. Martins with it out top, looking to drive. Works it out now to Capola. He'll back it out. 12 on the shot clock. Kemper crowd getting into this one as Griffin Glenn with a really good defense. Capola to the elbow. Now leaves it off. Driving in is Martins. His layup is up and good. That's just a tough play.
That's a tough play. Really good defense by the Knights, but it doesn't matter.
Ryan Clare on the other end, able to lay it up and in.
The assist from Carson Canny. Saw him flashing down there. Knights cut it back down to 8 again.
I've got as Crane misses one on the other end, going to be called for the offensive foul, and that's going to be number 4 on him.
I'll take it, but I'm not quite sure that the player was set.
Yeah, he may have been leaning back on that one,
but that gives the Knights, with a chance, with a down 8, with a chance to cut it to 6 or 5 with a 3.
3:35 to go here in the ballgame.
But you can bet they're going to really turn up the defensive pressure now.
Glenn will get it up across half court. Started on the right side. Now works it over to the left side in front of the scorer's table. Now dribbles over to the right side. Gets in the lane. Pulls in the lane. Pull-up jumper. Partially blocked. And Jenkins will come up with a rebound. That, Doug, might have been too much one-on-one there.
Yeah, a little bit there.
Reach in by Glenn. No call. Jenkins now working it down. He got away with a 1. They weren't going to let him get away with the second one. So Glenn will pick up his foul. And that is going to be his second. And the second against the Knights here in the quarter. Jack Bading, Dylan Schoen will check in. Brock Bading and Ryan Clare will check out.
Got a feeling this is just going to be a short one to give him a breather.
Maybe some offensive, defensive type substitutions here. Inbounds pass to Paoli. He'll work it out near the
match down low.
Dowling bench. Yep, Schoen trying to play in front right now with Crane. Over to Capola on the right side. And, Doug, I don't think they're looking inside at all right now.
No, they're trying to run 15, 20, 25 seconds off the shot clock before they really get into their offense. We're down to just under 3 minutes at 2:59.
Jack Bading just picked up a foul. That's going to be number 3 on Kemper. So Kemper trying to pick up some fouls right now. So if they need to send Dowling to the free throw line, they're able to do that.
Schoen's doing everything he can against Crane down low, but he's giving up 8 inches.
Yeah, and the official coming in, kind of having a conversation with him real quick. Martins, again, working. Shot clock is at 20. They'll work it over to Capola. Crane working the elbows right now. He was down on the block, now working the elbows. Capola defended by Biter out high on the left side. Shot clock down to 10. Biter looking to defend, nearly an over and back. Capola takes down the left side. Tough runner up, no good. And the rebound taken out of there by Biter, who played good defense.
Yeah.
He'll run it up the right side. Bounce pass underneath, stolen away by Crane. And that's one of those passes you talked about in the pregame, Doug.
Yep. We're not going to be able to get by with those against these guys, especially down with 2 minutes left. We need 8 points. We've got to have good offensive possessions every time. We're not in a position where we have to press her yet.
Timeout called by Dowling at Catholic. Let's see if it's a full or a 30. It's a 30. We're going to go ahead and keep it here. If you're Kemper, you know they're going to try and run and get a shot with about 5 seconds left on the shot clock. What do you do to speed them up here, Doug?
Got to try to figure it out. I mean, I don't know. You're getting to a position where you probably got to start fouling.
Yeah, they've got 3 right now, so 2 more, and they'll start sending them to the free throw line. But you do have to, down 8, start thinking about extending this game as long as you can.
Yeah, that's where we're at right now, and I'm looking at free throw percentages. Jenkins only at 40%. Paoli 66, 64.
Moore hasn't made one yet this year. If he comes in, he hasn't shot one, but that means he hasn't made one either. So,
but I think that's where we're going to have to create more possessions for ourselves. The only way to do that was going to be fouling.
Don't have to take the three yet.
I'm surprised we didn't bring Brock Bading back in.
Yep. He has got Kemper's actually one of 2 threes today. Griffin Glenn hit the other one.
We got
inbounds pass comes to Paoli. He's defended by Jack Bading. Paoli gets away from him. Now works it up top to Capola over to Jenkins. The right side to Martins. Crane working inside. Double team will come. Martin steps through it, dumps it underneath the Crane. Stripped away as he brought the ball down. Jack Bading knocked it away into the hands of Schoen. Now Jack, dump pass over the right side, but threw it too slow.
That, and he kind of got hit as he was throwing it. So it wasn't like maybe it was a foul, but it was just some physicality involved there.
And now we're going to get a foul in the backcourt as Glenn and Jack Bading trying to defend against Jenkins. And that's going to go on Griffin Glenn. That's going to be his third. I think, Doug, that was one of those where he knew the guy was over on the left wing, and he didn't have his body in a position to be able to throw the ball very well, so he was just trying to get it over there.
But it was great eyes to see it. He just couldn't force it through. But I do think he got hit just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
His pass.
Martin's with it in the backcourt. They're going to double team him. They get it ahead now. Paoli breaks the 10-second line. Over now to Capola. Down to Keyless. They have taken Crane out of the game right now, so they get more ball handlers, at least on the offensive end. That's going to be the 5th foul here in the quarter against the Knights. So Keyless will head to the free throw line. Tragan Biter picks up his third.
Keyless is a 75% free throw shooter.
Yeah.
Of course, now he gets 2.
He is a 1 of 1 today.
Down to a minute 33 left.
No more 1-and-1s in the game. That free throw up in good.
That was a good move, by the way.
Yes. You know, the only thing I don't like about not having the 1-and-1s is in this situation here, you don't put any pressure on the free throw shooter because there's no more 1-and-1s.
Right.
A lot easier to step up knowing you have the second free throw than the other way around.
But you just, when you played, you made both of them anyway, didn't you?
But never missed one.
I didn't think so. The lead's back to 10 now.
Keyless knocks down both. No, I will admit I was only about a 67-68% free throw shooter for my career, so not as good as I should have been.
Okay, 56-46.
Canny going to bring it up. Minute and a half to go. Knights down by 10. Works it over now to Brock. Brock trying to get free. Dumps it into Claire. Claire double clutch. That allowed Crane to block it. Gets his own rebound. Now goes back up and now able to lay it up and in.
He's battled against him, but that size is tough. I mean, he's just so long in there.
30-second timeout here by the Knights. How many do they have left?
2, I think.
2 left. Haven't taken it off the board yet. Now down to 2. 56-48, minute 17 to go. Knights will come out, I'm sure, with some full court pressure. Doug, are you in the situation now down 8 minutes 17 to go? If you don't get the steal right away, do you foul right away?
You got to foul, especially in this game where points have been hard to come by. You got to create more possessions. I mean, it's a very tall task no matter how we go about it, but down 8 with a minute 17 against a team as disciplined as these guys are, it's going to be tough. But that's how I would do it. I'm going to foul right away and try to stretch the game out as long as I can.
If I don't get that steal right off of the inbound, the only thing I maybe don't do is foul Martins as an 83% free throw shooter. If I can get the ball out of his hands or not let him be the guy to catch it, he might be the one guy I don't foul immediately. And Dowling going to do something unique. They've got all 5 guys out of bounds. It is Paoli looking to bring it in. They get it in, but it was knocked away. Capola picks up, but gets it off to Keyless. Almost stole it away. He's going to lose it. And then they're going to call a foul. They are. I thought maybe it was going to be a travel, but they're going to call the foul.
And unfortunately, it's on Keolis shooting 75%.
Yep. That foul on Dylan Schoen, his third.
I think we're ready to bring Brock into the game.
Keyless 3 for 3 at the line today. Make it 4 of 4.
So we bring Claire and Brock Bading back into the game. Craig Biter.
Yep, and Griffin Glenn will check out. Offensive, defensive substitutions right now for the Knights. A minute 11 left in this one.
But if
our Mackey Motors tailgate coming up at the conclusion.
They knock down free throws, it isn't going to matter.
Right. Well, that's why Free throws up in good.
It's still an important part of the game, especially in big games like this.
Well, I sit here sometimes, and I always hear everybody talk about how important it is to make free throws late, but if you make them all game long, sometimes the late ones don't mean as much because you're up by 10 instead of being up by 3. Carson Canny looking to bring it up, gets it up across half court, works it over now to Jack Bading. Jack penetrating in, kick pass up top to Canny, now off to Brock, fadeaway 3. They're going to call a foul. The shot is up, no good. And he is going to head to the free throw line. Paoli kind of looking at the official like, what did I do? And they are going to call the foul on him. And Paoli trying to talk to the other official who didn't make the call right now. Brock literally kind of took his arm and threw it into the defender to draw that contact.
Yeah. I don't know that I would have called a foul in that situation, but we'll take it and get a chance to get 3 freebies here.
Fading at the line. First one in and out, no good. And Doug, that's his first miss from the free throw line this season.
Yeah, came at an unfortunate time.
Yep. 59 seconds left. 58-48 Dowling Catholic lead. Free throw on the way up, and that one's good.
If you see how many shots he takes a day down at the rec center, you know why he's a great shooter.
Yes.
Now we've just got to work at understanding, what we've got to do. The whole team with physicality, because this team was defensively by far the best team we've seen this year.
Third free throw for Bading up and good, so Brock knocks down both. And Doug, you make a comment about how good of a shooter. If he's not the best pure shooter in the state, he's certainly in that hunt.
He's got to be there. I've seen him take 40, 50 3-point shots and make all but one of them.
Yeah. Keelis gets it inbound. We're going to get a quick timeout called by Dowling Catholic because the Knights had a double team on him. We're going to step away. It's a full timeout. We're back in 30 seconds here on Kick 106.7.
Remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
422 Tracy Street in Audubon.
Coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Jeff Blankwood along with Doug Waniger. Doug, it's always fun to work with you again here today.
Yeah, this has been a fun game. It's one I've been looking forward to in a long time. And like I said, people have been talking, how good are these Knights?
Well, really good.
We're really good.
Yeah.
We play. This is a 4A basketball team that we're playing on their court, 58-50. The only difference is we don't knock down a couple open looks. And we hit a few of them, and they've hit 4, I think.
Yeah.
We've got none.
Yeah, they've got 5 threes.
Now.
They've got 5 threes to 2, so that's, again, a 9-point difference.
But
right now it's an 8-point ball game.
We probably learned that from a
Paoli having a hard time getting in and then throws it off the foot of Martins, his teammate, not out of bounds. So Kemper's pressure going to create the turnover. It's Crane going to check in for Keelis.
Yeah, I thought he'd see him back in there real quick, but we got to look for a 3 here. Maybe see if we can free Brock up again one more time.
Box it up around the lane. Carson Caney going to inbound. They're looking to get it in up top. They get it to Schoen near the scorer's table. Schoen into the lane, tacks the rim, misses it, but Crane, they do not rotate very well defensively as Ryan Clare gets the offensive rebound and putback. I'll explain that here during the next dead ball. The Knights, though, within 6, and now do we get a timeout by Dowling before the jump ball call? 40.8 seconds remaining.
Great
30-second timeout.
Great trap by the Knights. They had him there in the corner, and I thought Claire had it, but unfortunately had the timeout called just before then.
Yeah, and that's a tough one because literally if it would have been another quarter of a second, I think you get the jump ball call. But, Doug, I've noticed here today Crane blocks a lot of shots and contests a lot of shots. But one issue that Dowling's had defensively, nobody comes down then to rebound. So Kemper has grabbed not just Ryan Clare, but Kemper's grabbed a lot of second chance opportunities today because there's nobody there for Dowling Catholic when he goes to block a shot.
Which is kind of surprising because they're not a team that gets out and runs.
Right.
So you're kind of like, where are they? But still a ball game. Don't leave your radios, folks.
6-point ball game. It's just a 2-possession ball game right now. And Dowling has really struggled with Kemper's full court pressure here.
This is another place where Ryan Clare helps us out. We've got somebody big on the ball out of bounds.
Paoli.
No, he can run the baseline
inbound it.
No, that's right. We had the jump ball. He can't. You're right.
Gets it in now to Jenkins.
Foul.
Jenkins with it off to Paoli. He's double teamed over to Jenkins. Jenkins looking to get it across, and we're going to get a block call going to go on Canny. There was an extension of the arm by Jenkins, the offensive player, and that could have easily been a push because the left arm, the lead arm, extended, but the official behind the play couldn't see that. He's the one that made the call.
But you know, Carson, you don't say anything. He just gets up and shook his head a little bit, but it is what it is.
Not saying the call was wrong. I'm just saying from where the official made the call, he couldn't see that left arm extend because he was behind it, the offensive player. Jenkins' free throw is up and good.
And as good players do, they're knocking their free throws down the stretch here.
It extends this out now to a 3-possession ball game, Doug, which is huge. Still plenty of time, or maybe not plenty of time. You'd like to have a couple of minutes.
We got to get a
34.8 to go. Second free throw's up and good.
We got to get a 3 real quick here.
Carson Canny for a real quick 2. They go inside to Claire, working on Crane pump fake, trying to draw some contact. He's able to get it up and in.
I think that's Kemper's got 1 timeout left.
Yep, that should be, I think, their final one, maybe.
Scoreboard says 2.
Okay, so they had not taken one since it's been Dowling that's been calling a lot of those here as of late.
So now we're down to 1.
Yep, we'll stop the way back in 30 seconds here on Kick.
Heritage Insurance wants to wish the Audubon Wheelers good luck. Heritage Insurance offers years of experience in protecting all your assets with personalized customer service that you can always trust. Let their staff answer all your insurance questions. Call for your appointment today at 712-563-9584. That's 563-9584. Good luck, Wheelers, from everyone at Heritage Insurance.
Tailgate coming up at the conclusion of this one. 25.8 seconds remaining in regulation. Kemper will come out with some full-court pressure. Dowling Catholic with a 6-point lead at 60-54. Jeff Blankman, Doug Waniger with you here today. Kick 106.7 KIKD, Lake City, Carroll.
On the court for Kemper now, we got Glenn, Carson Canny, Dylan Schoen, Brock Bading, and Ryan Clare. And, of course, Clare's going to be on the basketball.
Knights again in some kind of man-to-man pressure here.
Got to have a foul immediately if we don't get a steal.
Yeah, Dowling doesn't put everybody out of bounds, but they put everybody right along the baseline. Paoli really struggling to see, gets it into Martin. And Martin's going to be fouled hard by Griffin Glenn, who tried to steal that one from behind. That'll be number 4 on Glenn.
Of course, Martin's an 83% free throw shooter, so that's who they wanted to get the ball to.
And he has not attempted a free throw yet tonight. So even though he's their best free throw shooter, it's his first trip here tonight. Dowling Catholic still has a foul to give if they need it.
Right now, like you said, still a 2-possession ball game. But
free throw on the way. Sips on the front of the rim and falls off.
Usually you get the backspin like that. It goes like that and goes in, but not on that one. So still life for the Knights. 60-54, 23-9 left.
Got a box out here. Capola, the only Dowling Catholic player down here. Free throw on the way is off. No good. And the rebound to Dylan Schoen. His 6th of the ball game. They work it down to Brock Bading. Shot taken away. Gets it off to Glenn. Glenn going to drive in. Tough shot over Crane, who grabs the rebound. And Doug, that one's probably going to do it as we get a foul on the Knights in the backcourt. There's still time. 12.6, but another made free throw here makes it a 3-possession game, which is definitely going to do it. That'll be on Carson Canny, number 4 on him. Our Motor Inn player of the game coming up in the postgame. Motor Inn of Carroll, your premier Toyota and Chevy dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. Again, I'll get our website updated with the sports schedule for all of our area sports coming up for Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week, so you can find out what every team's doing in every sport. If we're broadcasting, it'll tell you what game and what station and who's broadcasting, start times, all of that.
Crane makes the first free throw.
Second one on the way is up and good. And somebody's playing with the lights over here as the lights back behind us are going back. Brock Bading fade away, 3 up, no good. Crane with the rebound, and the Knights not going to foul here. And Dowling Catholic will pick up an 8-point win here today, but I think a good effort from Kemper, and I think they learned a lot of things that they're going to be able to take with them, and I think they learned a lot of things about how good this basketball team is. A loss here today but still played extremely well. 62-54, our final score in favor of Dowling Catholic. Doug and I are back with the Mackey Motors tailgate coming up next year on Kick 106.7.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City, MackeyMotors.com.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency. Call 712-792-1262 or stop by 412 Highway 30 today.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City, MackeyMotors.com.
Choosing the DMAC Carroll campus is a smart choice. The DMAC Carroll campus offers a quality education at an affordable price, student organizations to get involved and have some fun, supportive staff who will help you each step of the way, and expert faculty waiting to share their knowledge and experiences with you. Kickstart your education today at the Carroll DMAC campus. Call them at 712-792-1755. DMAC, life's calling.
Napa is your trusted source for automotive parts, accessories, and know-how for your car, truck, SUV, and farm equipment. We offer a complete performance machine shop, extensive tool and equipment department, and hydraulic hoses while you wait. So whether it's a replacement part for your daily driver, or you are just in need for a professional machine shop, you can trust your locally owned and operated Napa store. Make it a point to stop in and see the pros. Napa, Highway 30 West in Carroll. Napa, we are so much more than a parts store.
Hey moms and dads out there, let Pizza Ranch make feeding your family fun and affordable. Every Tuesday night, kids 12 and under eat free. Whether they love the pizza, chicken, or mac and cheese, you'll make them all happy. When you're on the go with sports, church, or, well, just life, come in for a quick and delicious buffet. The best part is, they'll do the dishes. Pizza Ranch makes family meals fun and fast. For delivery or carry-out, call 792-3456. Pizza Ranch, just off Highway 30 in Carroll.
Whoa, that's good.
From bump, set, spike to the crack of the bat. At Motor Inn of Carroll, we love our high school sports. And we love the opportunity to support our local schools, athletes, coaches, and parents. Through the hard work of our kids, we get the enjoyment of watching and listening to their activities. Other life lessons, like teamwork and citizenship, help create outstanding young women and men we are so proud to sponsor. Good luck to all of our local sports teams. From Motor Inn of Carroll.
Mackey Motors at tailgate here on Kick 106.7. Jeff Blankman along with Doug Waniger here today. Good effort for Kemper. Didn't shoot it well, especially from behind the three-point line today, just hitting 2, while Dowling Catholic able to hit 5. Dowling Catholic also outscores Kemper by 3 at the free throw line. They go 15 of 19. Kemper, though, 12 of 15 as the Knights fall here. 62-54. Doug, you and I were talking. This Dowling Catholic team, we knew defensively they would give Kemper a look that maybe they hadn't seen yet. You said it belly to belly. I said they make you earn everything. Absolutely. On the defensive end. This was a good defensive effort. I thought Kemper got good looks from me on the three-point line in the first half. I thought that went away in the second half. The looks they got were much tougher.
Yeah, much tougher. Actually, in the second quarter they got tougher, but it was the result of the defense, and it's not because we're a poor shooting club. Now, what do you take from that? You say, well, we got to shoot better. Well, to shoot better, one of the things you got to do is you got to set better screens. You got to come off screens harder, set your feet better. you can't take anything for granted because you're not going to get open looks against this team without really working for them.
And better passes. When I used to run my basketball clinic in town, and not that I'm any kind of expert, I always told people you want to hit everybody in their spot to be able to shoot so they can catch and go up. If that pass is off just a little bit and you got to reach down to your right or to your left or up above,
changes your rhythm.
It changes your rhythm, and it also gives the defense a little bit more time to get out and even flash a little bit of pressure. So if you're learning to pass and wanting to throw good passes to get shots, you got to throw it where that guy or gal can catch and go right into their shooting motion. So I think that's another thing that I thought Kemper wasn't making real crisp, good passes to hit guys right in shooting motion today.
And again, that's something that coach can take away from this is because we can learn that, guys, we can't ever be lackadaisical in anything. We can do that against the bad teams, but you don't want to do that and you don't want that to be habit because a game like today highlighted it. So.
But at the same time, I thought Kemper played well defensively today. They made Dowling Catholic earn everything they got.
Yeah, they did. They absolutely did.
We've got Ryan Clare. We're going to go ahead and have him jump on the headsets here as we'll roll into our post-game interviews. We'll get Doug back on the headphones with us here in just a little bit, but Mr. Ryan Clare joining us here today. And, Ryan, I appreciate you joining us here today. I know you're battling a little bit of a cold, so how are you able to keep the energy up today? What was it like out there trying to fight through not feeling well at the same time, having to go against a 6'9" guy that you probably hadn't seen all year?
No, I had teammates help me. We all talked, typed up, trying to get me ready for this.
What do you take away from today? Because you guys were right in this one until the very, very end, kept battling.
We just need to stick together. That's how we kept it so close, is because we stuck together at the end of the game.
What adjustments did you make on the offensive end against the Crane kid once you kind of got used to how he was trying to block shots and how he was trying to defend you?
The first quarter, I was playing so like narrow.
Yep.
But in the second, I came out trying to spread my arms, trying to get away from him to try to finish.
Picked up 2 quick fouls, but played pretty smart the rest of the way. What adjustments did you make defensively to kind of not get into deeper foul trouble?
I thought we were going to play more physical. Like, they're going to let it be a little more physical. But once I realized that they're going to play it a little, like, close at the beginning, I started dialing down.
Okay. When you saw dialing down, explain to the listeners where you were dialing things down, if that makes sense?
Like when I had to go out and guard guards, I stopped bumping as much.
Okay.
I started just cutting them off.
Were they allowing you to be more physical in the post than they were out on the perimeter, or was it pretty consistent between the post and the perimeter today?
Oh, it was more physical in the post. You could bump all you want.
Okay. So take me through that last couple of minutes. You guys get down by 6. You got a chance there. What was kind of the conversation like with you guys out on the floor?
We were just trying to get quick buckets, stops, and if we can, try to steal it, get jump balls.
Feel good about today, even though you lost, that you can take some stuff away from this to help you guys continue on this path to the state tournament?
I feel like this was a good game. They're just good competition. I mean, there's nothing that we could... They're just good competition.
Absolutely. Well, I tell you what, good to see you, man. Again, appreciate you coming up. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
You bet. Ryan Clare joining us. Got head coach Sean Minahan standing here, and we'll get him on the headsets as well as all of the coaches now do, dry off the headsets. I'm surprised you guys don't grab them first.
Yeah, that'd probably be smarter, especially Ryan. He's a sweaty dude.
Coach, I know disappointed that you ended up not winning today. But at the same time, I think there were some things you probably learned that you can take away from this. I think you know now for sure. You knew you were a good team, but this proves that you're a really good basketball club, and there's a lot of things you do well. You shoot from beyond the arc a little bit better today, and this is probably a different outcome.
Yeah, I mean, we 2 for 12, so you're 16% from 3. They're 6 of 15, which isn't a huge. Neither team shot a ton, but I think that says a lot about both teams' defense. I think that's the biggest takeaway is that, we're able to play defense against a team like that to the level that we did. Every now we can give a couple easy buckets here and there, but they have some advantages that worked in their favor. I would have liked to see the game be allowed to play a little bit differently out than it did. I think just for both teams' sake, I think that could have changed maybe a little bit if both teams could be a little bit more aggressive. But at the same time, I thought our guys responded well. They did a really good job on the defense of taking away clean three-point shots. We got some early.
Yep.
We didn't get, and they didn't fall. Second half, I thought they did a really good job of taking away clean looks for us. So that was kind of the biggest difference is, when we only make 2 threes, it's going to be tough for us to compete when we're playing, stepping up in competition like that. Now, we've done it before this year, but, I mean, Dowling's a whole different animal than what we've faced. And like you said, we learned a lot, and I think this is good for us because it can kind of re-energize us and make us hungrier to know that we can still do better and get more.
You mentioned you liked what you did defensively. What stood out for you about the defensive effort today?
The effort. I thought our guys slid around and competed really well. I thought we defended for the most part. Their guard, we were able to apply pressure to their guards and make them uncomfortable. That being said, we just weren't able to create the turnovers. They're used to seeing pressure like that. They're used to seeing.
Is that why you didn't go with as much full court all game as what I've seen you guys do?
Yeah, it's just an understanding of, like, they're a different athlete than we are.
Right.
And we're not used to maybe playing at that speed and that pace the entire time. But I think we can apply pressure. When we were able to do it at times, but in order to stick in the game and create opportunities, we just wanted to battle. And I thought we did a really good job in the half court for the most part. Offensively, I would like to see us get a little more, few more paint attacks and kickouts. I think if we could force some more defensive rotations, we didn't force enough rotations. When we did, we got some good looks and some good attacks.
Happy the way you guys were able to get to the rim, even though not able to kick like you wanted to or finish as much as you probably wanted to?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we did a decent job. Brian, especially there late, did a good job of attacking. We wanted to get some more attacks in there early when we got their big guy in foul trouble. It just wasn't quite happening. We weren't getting it communicated, I don't think, well enough. But I just think it's a growth opportunity for us to learn. And I think the biggest thing is every single guy in there was pissed off. They weren't like, oh yeah, hey, we're excited that we almost won.
Right.
They're like, coaches, we're happy that we saw the way they competed. We want to win too, but we see an opportunity of growth.
Right.
Where they're angry that they lost. So
gotta love that competitiveness.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not many people have that where it burns when you lose, and it sounds like you've got a locker room of people that it's burning right now.
Yeah, our kids expected to win that game, which says a lot about their confidence and their abilities.
What's going to be the biggest thing you'll work on now Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to get ready for Red Oak on Thursday that you'll take out of today?
I think we just want to build off of the defense that we've shown the last 2 days, that we did this week, starting back at Monday. With our scrimmages, if we can build off of that, it's going to be really tough for teams that we face at our level to score. So I think if we can build off of that, and then offensively, just keep the ball moving. There's not going to be teams that can guard like that. There's not going to be a team that we face that has a 6'9" kid that can protect the rim like that and rebound like that. So we just got to build off that. Offensively, we just, trust ourselves, ball movement, drive it, kick it, swing it, create those extra passes, create those extra shots. And we'll be good.
Well, I appreciate you joining us.
Thank
Congrats.
You.
Great effort today. I know disappointed, but outstanding performance here today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the biggest thing is no matter what, we're going to learn something, and we learn our guys are hungry and ready to compete and work hard. So that's all you can ask for as a coach.
Head coach Sean Minahan joining us again here on the Mackey Motors at Tailgate. We'll get Doug Waniger back on the headsets here, and we'll wrap up our coverage. We're going to announce our Motor Inn player of the game. Let's take a quick look at our numbers here in the ball game. First of all, for Kemper, these are unofficial, of course. Carson Candy, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. Tragan Biter, 4 points to go with 6 rebounds, Brock Bading, 7 points to go with 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Jack Bading, 4 points to go with 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Ryan Clare, 23 points to go with 6 rebounds. Dylan Schoen, 9 points, 6 rebounds, and a steal. And Griffin Glenn with 5 points to go with the steal. The Knights go 12 of 15 from the free throw line. For Dowling Catholic, Nathan Jenkins, 6 points. Lucas Paoli with 13. Charlie Crane, 17. Noah Martins with 8. Maddox Capola with 4. Quincy Moore with 4. And Giovanni Aquiles with 10. They are 15 of 19 from the free throw line. And Doug, we're going with Ryan Clare for our Motor Inn player of the game here today. After battling some foul trouble early, he was kind of a key cog for Kemper here in this second half.
Yeah, this is a game where his presence made a big difference for the Knights because we had somebody to get that stop inside. We would have really struggled battling the Crane kid, without Ryan in there. So a really nice job. But I thought a really solid, strong effort from the Kemper Knights. They knew that this was a game that was going to be tough, but I like hearing what Coach said, that the locker room is somber. They're not satisfied.
No.
And that's a really, really good sign.
Yeah, you love watching competitive people play, and that's a locker room of competitive people.
They love being good at basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Coach or Doug, appreciate you joining us here today. We'll see you soon. I think it's Mr. Casey Miners with the call Thursday night if you want to help out with the Red Oak game.
I'll be there.
All right, sounds good. Our final score here again today, Kemper falling to Dowling Catholic by a final of 62-54. For my broadcast partner, Doug Wandiger, for Jeff Storiahan, who is here taking photos today. You'll find those on the Jeannie Kirchhoff Facebook page. This is Jeff Blankman saying thank you for listening to high school basketball coverage here today on Kick 106.7. Have a great day, everybody.